Hello everyone, this is 256 Classic Driving as always. In today's video, we are going to look at the different sets of traffic lights that you could come across when driving on Ugandan roads. So if you are someone out there, you're learning how to drive, you're in Uganda, you're learning how to drive, or you are someone that is planning to come to Uganda and drive on Ugandan roads, this video is for you. Tune in and let us see the different sets of traffic lights, the different situations that you could run into. I request you to like the video if you find it educative. I request you to refer the video to a friend. Subscribe for more content like this. So when you subscribe, when you like, it gives me the morale to make more of these informative and educative videos. So without wasting much of your time, we are going to get started with our video. Alright, we are now going to start with the all green situation where every motorist is permitted to proceed past the junction. Now we are going to divide the all green situation into two classes. So we are looking at class 1 at the moment. What you see here are the two types of different sets of traffic lights that you may run into when you're driving on Ugandan roads. So when you see any of these two, this or this, it means that all the motorists at the junction are free to proceed. So if you're turning left at the junction, your traffic light in this case is the left turn arrow that is green, as I'm pointing at on your screen. If you're proceeding straight ahead past the junction, then your traffic light is this solid green that I'm pointing at. Now there are situations where a junction may support a right turn, but the traffic lights or the sets of traffic lights at the junction do not have a right turn arrow traffic light. In this case, any motorist that is turning right at the junction should proceed along with the motorists that are going straight ahead. So if you're turning right at a junction that supports a right turn, when the traffic light turns green, you are allowed and no one will fine you if you decide to proceed with the motorists that are going straight ahead. In this case, the solid green traffic light is a traffic light that you follow. So we move on to the next class, that is class 2. So in class 2, it is basically class 1, but flipped the other way round. It's possible to find a situation like this. In this case, if you're turning right at the junction, you are permitted to go because of the green right turn arrow traffic light that frees you up. In the same context, if you are proceeding straight ahead past the junction, you are also allowed to go because of the solid green traffic light that frees you up. Now, there could be another situation where the junction supports a left turn, but the traffic lights installed at the junction do not have a left turn or an independent left turn arrow traffic light. So in this case, any motorist that is turning left is allowed, or they should move out along with the motorists that are proceeding straight ahead. So as motorists that are going straight ahead are moving, you are also proceeding past the stop line to turn left to your intended exit. So I hope I've left no one behind for the all green situation. Alright, our viewers, we now move on to the next type of situation that you could run into, where we have the green on straight ahead but red on left or right turn situation. Just like the previous situation, we are going to divide this situation into two classes. We are going to look at class 1, where we have a solid green color traffic light and a left turn arrow traffic light as illustrated here. Now in this case, if you're turning left, if you are a motorist at the junction and you are turning left, do not proceed. You are not allowed to proceed because your traffic light is red. When you see a red arrow pointing to the left, it means that do not proceed if you are turning left. Do not get carried away by this green or this solid green traffic light. This traffic light is not yours. It's for people that are proceeding straight ahead. Now this brings me to the second group of motorists that are proceeding straight ahead. If you are a motorist and you see a solid green traffic light and you are proceeding straight ahead past the junction, it is time for you to go because your traffic light is green. So if you're proceeding straight ahead, your traffic light is the green one. We could have another situation where the junction supports a right turn, but there isn't a right turn arrow traffic light that is installed along with the sets of traffic lights at the junction. Now what do you do? In this case, if you are turning right or if you intend to turn right at the junction, you should also, or you should move out with the motorists that are proceeding straight ahead. In this case, if you're turning right at the junction, your traffic light is this solid green traffic light, not this one. So if you're turning right, if you're proceeding straight ahead, your traffic light is green, you are permitted to proceed. So we move on to class 2 of the same situation, only that it has been flipped the other way around. It is possible to find it, by the way. Now in this situation, we have a solid green traffic light and a right turn arrow traffic light that is red. Now in this situation, if you are turning right at the junction, you must not go. You should stay behind for the moment because your traffic light is red. So if you're turning right at a junction and you see a red arrow pointing to the left, it means that you should not go because your traffic light is red. So I hope I'm clear with that. Now we move on to the next traffic light, that is the solid green. So this solid green is for motorists that are proceeding straight ahead past the junction. So if you're proceeding straight ahead past the junction, this is your traffic light. You should only look at this, not this one. Now we have a situation where the junction could support a left turn, but there isn't an independent left turn arrow traffic light installed. So in this case, if the junction supports a left turn, then all the motorists that are turning left should proceed along with the motorists that are going straight ahead. So if you're turning left at the junction, you should proceed along with the motorists that are going straight ahead, and this is your traffic light. So I hope that is clear with everyone. Alright, we're now moving on to the next set of traffic lights, or the next situation of traffic lights, where we have red on straight ahead but green on left or right turn situation. So we are going to divide this situation into two categories, or into two classes, like we have done previously. We are going to look at the first class, where we have a solid red traffic light and a left turn traffic light that is green. So in this case, it means that if you are turning left at the junction, you should proceed past the junction. You should proceed and turn left to proceed. However, if you are proceeding straight ahead, or if you intend to proceed straight ahead at the junction or past the junction, you should not go. I repeat, if you are proceeding straight ahead past the junction, you should not go because your traffic light, in this case that is red, is blocking you from going. The same case applies for motorists that may find themselves on a junction that supports a right turn but does not have an independent right turn arrow traffic light. So if you are turning right in this situation, you should not go as well because your traffic light is red. You all follow this traffic light if there is no right turn arrow traffic light. But for someone that is turning left at the junction, they can go because they have a green left turn arrow traffic light. But if you're proceeding straight ahead, or if you're turning right at the junction, do not go. You should stay put for the moment and wait for the green traffic light. We move on to the next class of traffic lights. This is class 2 of the same situation, where we have a solid red traffic light and a green right turn arrow traffic light as illustrated. In this case, if you are turning right at the junction, you should proceed and go to your destination. However, if you are proceeding straight ahead past the junction, you are not allowed to leave the stop line because your traffic light is red. Don't get carried away by this green arrow. So this green arrow is not yours, but if you're proceeding straight ahead, your traffic light is this solid red. The same case applies for motorists that may find themselves at a junction that supports a left turn but does not have an independent left turn arrow traffic light installed. So if you're turning left at the junction, you should not proceed as well because your traffic light is red. Because you do not have an independent left turn traffic light, you also abide the same traffic light like the motorists that are proceeding straight ahead. So am I clear with this? Just repeat for you maybe. Here in any of these situations, if you're turning right, proceed. If you are proceeding straight ahead, do not go. If you wish to turn left at the junction, do not go. So I hope that is clear with everyone. We now look at the last set of traffic lights, that is the all red situation. So here we are looking at the all red situation. Here, this and any of this. In this case, it is straightforward. You are not allowed to proceed. If you're turning left, if you're turning right, if you're proceeding straight ahead, you are not allowed to proceed. So this is quite straightforward and easy to understand. I will not take much time on this. I hope you've understood that when you see the all red situation, it means that no one should proceed past the junction at the moment. You should all wait for the green traffic light. Alright, our dear viewers, that is it for today's video. Today's video is ending here. I hope that you've learned something new. I hope I've given you a better understanding of the different types or sets of traffic lights that you could run into when driving around the streets of Kampala. I hope that you now know what to do, that you're no longer the green kind of motorist that would reach the junction and start blundering. So I hope that everyone is okay now. I hope everyone is on the same page. I request you to like the video. If you've found it useful, if you found it helpful, just leave it a like. Subscribe such that you're the first person to get informed in case I post more of this educative content. When you like, when you subscribe, it gives me the morale, it boosts my morale to make more of these educative, informative videos. So let us keep the channel growing. I wish you guys all the best. For my brothers and sisters that are doing or that are having driving tests around the corner, I just request you to stay calm, do your revision of your theory. I request you to talk to your driving instructor such that they can organize mock driving tests to see where you would go wrong in an actual driving test. Be relaxed, do what you have to do, and maintain your composure. Be respectful to the IOVs, and I just wish you guys all the best. Do what you have to do, stay safe, stay blessed. All the best, guys. I sign out.